And we're we're in the flooded metro. You know.
Spoiler! No, just kidding.
There's so much snow.
What?
So much
Oh
snow.
my gosh.
Um. Ye olde metro tunnels.
I will say, and I would end it there, but it was always such a jarring thing about that is that you're so used to the wasteland that when you did go to a different, I'm wondering if Point Lookout's the same, a different landscape, it's
Uh-huh.
just completely, almost surreal because it's like everything's different and you don't expect it.
Yeah, I'm currently wondering about like radiated water and like the freezing point of it.
Ooh, the freezing point of radiated water. I'd assume, with all due now, let us know in the comments section. But I assume that its freezing point would be the same, because the radiation doesn't generate any sort of heat. It creates a toxic element that's involved. But I guess maybe it depends on how irradiated it is. You know what? I'm gonna find
Well,
this shit
well,
out.
well,
I'm
if you
finding
think
this shit
about it,
out on the
all
internet.
radiation is basically any sort of compound that breaks down the molecules of pretty much any object. All radiation is your molecules breaking down. That's what radiation is. So, unless it makes the water inherently unstable, I don't see it changing its freeze point.
I think that was a new enemy. Did I ever encounter a Mirelurk King before?
Myler King? No, I don't think
think
so.
maybe not.
No, I
know.
don't think so. No.
I don't know.
I think it
When's
was
the last
only
time
a
you
hunter.
went to Science Theater 3000? They seem to be all over the place there. Like that monster is like the stereotypical 1950s fishman.
Interesting. There's such thing as heavy
Yes.
water that has
Extra
that's
oxygen
called
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And people often confuse it with irradiated water, but according to Wikipedia, it's not. And in fact, they just use the heavy water to cool radiation nuclear facilities. But even that, um, but regular radiated water has the same consistency as water.
Yeah. Heavy water is just instead of H2O, it's H2O2.
Yep.
And apparently, even though it sounds simple, is incredibly hard to make and rather unstable. It doesn't like to be heavy water.
I think it's toxic too, isn't it?
You wouldn't want to drink it, no, because then you'd have too much oxygen. Actually, you know what heavy water is? It's hydrogen peroxide. That's heavy
Oh.
water.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just another name for heavy water. Is hydrogen peroxide. Because if you ever go to the
I
grocery
thought
store,
I thought you meant dihydrogen peroxide.
no, like the stuff that you buy in that bottle that you clean wounds with.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Go look at the label sometime. It's H2O2.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why it cleans the wounds is that extra oxygen molecule breaks down and diffuses the whatever's in your wound. Which is also why you don't want to drink it because enough of it will kill you.
Hmm.
Your body will.
Yay!
What happens, but it's not good. Not good for you.
You know, I just realized that Milurks kind of have these cute little tails on them. It kind
Yeah.
of makes me sad when they all get shot to shit now.
I can't remember exactly what they evolved from, but it's like a crab.
Cute little crab puppy.
With a tail.
Oh, she's cute. I'm gonna play her in the face.
And horrible giant claws that can cut you in half. Puppies don't have that.
Freaking! I like that they're like bulls, but they don't have any horns. I don't know why they keep doing that sort of tilting head motion.
Well, because they kind of like remind me of the bonehead dinosaurs. They have a really thick, head, and so it's great for smashing.
You know what these games are missing? Irradiated mongoose.
Really? Were there a lot of mongoose in Washington, D.C.? History major?
Depends
That's right. I
on
know.
how realistic an answer you want. Well, let me ask you this, Inferno. Were there a lot of nuclear generated running cars in New York?
Maybe by the year 2072 there was.
Perhaps there was a great mongoose migration.
Fuck your mom. If anything, the mongoose would be extinct. We don't create more animals as humanity progresses. We actually kill off more. So, yeah.
That would still be
Little
hilarious, though. You just like come across this like it's the same size as a giant rad scorpion.
Yeah.
It's so cute, but
I mean,
deadly.
to your idea, I was just being a joker. But it'd be funny to be like, do you remember the great mongoose migration of 2053?
Let me tell you the story.
I should probably explain a little bit about these Mirelurk Kings. I feel like they're a lot easier than the normal Mirelurks, like the Mirelurk
It is
Hunters.
anyway.
That's not.
Yeah, I only have 4 minutes and 33 seconds.
But this is like a 20-minute long video.
What?
Yep.
Oh my god!
No,
happening
my
again.
video derped out. It was only 4 minutes and 20. Okay, sorry. You keep talking about Mirelurks and shit. Yeah, now it showed up.
That's
Okay.
because you denied the great mongoose migration.
Whatever. What timestamp are you guys at?
6:04, 05, 6.
Okay. I'll start 6:12, and I'll be by the time it loads up, it'll work. Okay. Sorry, Mirelurk Kings. My bad. My video derped out, guys.
Piff was giving him a blood beard. It was actually kind of cool. It's like, I'm only going to shoot the lower half of your face, so it looks like you've got a beard of gore.
Anyway, though, Piff, sorry. You're saying something to keep in mind with Mirelurk Kings?
Yeah, I always feel like they're easier than like Mirelurk Hunters because they don't have armor. Well, they probably do have some sort of like armor stat, but like they don't have the whole like you have to shoot them in the face to actually do damage sort of thing.
I
Right.
see they have that qualifier.
Well, yeah, it's. I guess I should also say that you can do damage to them without shooting them in the face, but you can
It
easily
just
tell
takes
that they do a butt ton more damage.
What exactly is a butt ton?
It's
It's a
about
ton.
3,000 tons. 3,000 pounds.
It's slightly more than a feather of tons.
Is that because you just pulled that number out of your ass?
Yep. Now you're learning.
Yay!
X.
These Mirelurk eggs look a lot like ant eggs. No, they don't.
Yeah, eggs are more yellow and kind of.
And like, yeah, they're more ovally shaped. Yeah.
The artists of the game are like, F it. It's good enough.
No. They do look different. It was my bad. Yay! Welcome to level 15, Piff.
Yay!
I freaking. You know what?
You're halfway
You
there.
won't believe this, but I don't think I've ever noticed the whole welcome to blank level or level blank.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
I never
Till
noticed
it
it said
snapped?
welcome.
Well, it's been so long since I've played that I might have noticed and completely forgot. I think that's actually really neat.
I always knew it.
Welcome to more skill points.
It's like someone inviting, like, welcome to the Copacabana. Welcome to level 15.
Congrats, Piff. You're halfway there. Halfway to greatness.
He's already great. He's just gonna get greater.
That is one of the hugest differences between, because if you think about it, and don't kill me, Biff, but there are tons of similarities between the Fallouts and Skyrim as far as the mechanics and everything works. But the level cap,
tomorrow.
I was about to say, you just signed your own.
No, you're fine. Go
but
ahead.
the level cap is because you're used to like in an Elder Scrolls level caps being like infinite, and,
well,
then
they're- Okay, two things. They
they're
at the
not-
time of
not-
this recording, they aren't infinite,
right.
but it
Huh.
will be.
Really?
But,
Will it be
but-
infinite?
Yeah.
Infinite? I made up a
Um,
new word. It's infamous and infinite.
The
Anyway.
the recording of this is before the patch of 1.9 in Skyrim, and when that actually gets patched, when you get to level 100 in any skill, you can de-level it to 15 and then level it up again, so you practically have infinite levels.
Why would you want to de-level and level up again?
I don't
For
know.
more hit points?
Yeah, you get like more levels, like perks and HP and stuff like that.
But I actually kind of like the limiter from Fallout 3 because you couldn't just be the master of everything.
Well, yeah, Fallout 3 was, inspired by the first few Fallouts. And the first few Fallouts, I'm sure there was a level cap, but it was like a level-based system. And by the time you completed the game, you're like level 20, level 25, maybe level 30, but you're never super high levels. You're just, as high as you needed to be to complete the game, which is fine by me.
Better than frickin' Baldur's Gate. Into the game of 1, I'm level 7. Yay! I understand that's the way D&D worked, but man, I remember going through that whole game, and it was just like, I would forget about leveling because it's going to be hours and hours, hours before you ever see another level.
But, with all due respect, it makes you pay more attention to the game itself. It's not becoming a carrot, you're not just running after a prize of leveling. Don't get me wrong, I love to level up too, right? The idea of achieving something and getting stronger and better and that type of stuff. So there's nothing wrong with it, but sometimes it can be a distraction. If you level up too frequently, it makes each and every other level less special.
I
right?
agree.
Like,
and
in
I
Baldur's
did like
Gate,
that.
level 5 was special because you were in it for a while, and I love how Piff is jumping to not get his
radiation
radiated, which is so funny. I just imagine him being like, "I'm irradiated. Now I'm not. Now I am. Now I'm not."
Actually, here's the thought process: splash, splash, splash.
Maybe.
That's why I was thinking, like, oh my god, this is gonna be horrible in the recording. It just keeps freaking splashing over and over again. But I need to not have radiation.
I just picture him putting on like rain boots and just like splashing away, giggling like a kid.
You ever have that, like, you probably did, like the whole what was that called, like lava? Like the floor is lava.
Like certain squares on a carpet were lava or lines and stuff like that. Oh yeah.
Oh
totally.
yeah. Actually, down here it was very big on you don't step on cracks in the sidewalk.
Oh, because you'll break your mother's back.
Yeah, something like that. And it always sucks. It always sucks because the squares in the sidewalk are purposely engineered so that you can't hit a perfect stride. You have to constantly change your stride, or sooner or later you'll step on a crack.
And mom is gonna hurt.
Yeah. Mom. And then you don't get no dinner, and you go to the basement again, and so no one wants that.
This is another thing I just noticed, or maybe I noticed it and then I forgot. I forgot that little Mirelurks had little tiny arms in front of them too, like T-Rexes.
He's
like,
got
hey,
those
buddy.
claws.
Oh, look at this guy! He's just having a great time. Yeah, they're just like. Well,
that guy was a freaking, like, when I was recording, I'm like, just put up your head. What are you?
He's like, oh.
That one's got intelligent eyes. Oh no!
He's dead now, yeah.
Get his eyes.
No. He just want his meat. Which is
want
soft
his
and
sweet,
delicious.
sweet
You're worse than the settlers of the West.
It would be nice. I mean, I understand for space and stuff, but if there's one thing I miss from modern RPGs is a description of the items. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like a lot of stuff like you'd be like, oh, this is Mirelurk meat, and you're like, oh, okay, it's meat from these guys, but like, what does it taste like? What is it used for? What does it even kind of look like? It'd be nice
What
to
is
have
the
like
juiciest
just, like, a
cut?
little script. Well, no, it'd be nice to like. You don't have to know like every single detail about it, but like, I don't know, like a 2 or 3 or 4 sentence blurb. That'd be super fun. Also, that Mirelurk King is so ridiculous. Why you have no shell, Mirelurk King? And why you have no face?
And I know we've been concentrating on this game a lot, but another perfect example is the Baldur's Gates or the Icewind Dales. Like every weapon that was unique had this story to it.
Yeah, and the really nice thing about that is that it was up to the player's discretion, right? Like, if you cared about it, you read it. And if you didn't care about it, you just scroll down to the stats, and you're like, okay, this is a +4 weapon.
I would say this game sort of has it. They don't have, like, the whole, like, you just see the item and you see the description of how the item is. Like, you could... Your own character is like, alright, this is how I observed this item. Or something that I've learned, or something like that. But there are like a few notes on very particular items, probably like new items that they put into this game because I think like 1 and 2 have like past stories. I'm quite sure the iguana on a stick has a past story to it and stuff
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
pretty sure there is. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that complicated. Someone
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
iguana, saw stick.
Well, there's also a squirrel on the stick as well.
There's squirrel on the stick. There's also squirrel stew.
Yep.
Mm.
Oh, that's been around
sneaky,
forever.
sneaky. Squirrel stew. Yeah, I know. It's funny though. You see iguana on the stick and you see squirrel stew, but you don't see any squirrels and you don't see any iguanas. They were all made into sticks and stew, apparently.
You know who ate them? They were beat out by the mongoose.
Oh, I see something glowing on the left. So there's Biffy.
I was gonna say he almost missed it, but you got it.
You told
I
me.
reminded him. Future Inferno is the best.
Be funny, Piff's recording. Thank you, Future Inferno.
Just pop in.
Yeah, just
Thank
a
you,
pop.
Inferno.
Oh, those traps always got me.
Really?
The shotgun
You
Yeah, the first time I played, they were like my kryptonite. It's like shotgun in the door. Again, my face hurts now.
rushing through. For me,
Yep.
and for most people, I like to think it's well hidden mines. The shocker.
The shocker.
Oh man, I hope it's not like the sex act.
Try to read the description of it. It might go
Dear
through-
consumer, thank you for your participation in the exciting Shocker Glove pilot program. You're receiving a prototype blah 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 model of the Shocker Glove. Please reference this prototype number in any future correspondence. Oh fuck. Whatever.
No,
We
it's
encourage you to make this
Not
prototype
for
part
use
of
in
your
water.
daily life.
There we go. Not for use in water, public, near smart children, or domesticated animals. And you're
Oh, there's
covered.
more.
This is not a kitchen appliance and should not be used near uncooked food. Use of the prototype constitutes a binding agreement to hold manufacturer harmless for any or all legal purposes. Prolonged use severe electrical burns may occur. Do not look directly at the Shocker Glove while operating. Certain radio frequencies during use if you suspect radio interference. Oh, it'd be really funny if there was radio
It'd be
interference.
fun if it keeps on going. Make sure to
I-
place on shrine when not using.
I should explain two things. One, the entire description of that item doesn't tell you a single thing about the item or its use at all.
It just warns you. That's funny.
And also all the things it warns you about isn't actually in the game either.
At first, when I read it, I thought it just said, just don't look directly at it. Not when in use, just ever. Just don't.
Just don't.
It's like,
like
should
the
just keep
Ark
on
of the
going. The Shocker requires blood sacrifices every 100 days.
It needs to consume your soul.
I should explain a few things about the Shocker because it's not ever shown in the game. It is pretty much like the weapon that's supposed to be against robots. Like it does,
Oh,
it has secret damage against robots.
like EMP electrical damage. That
What
makes
was
sense.
that? Fallout.
That's not a robot. That's a Mirelurk.
That is a Mirelurk. I'm gonna punch it anyway.
Squish. Squanch.
It's a Mirelurk robot.
It's a Mirelurk bot. Whatever.
It's your
I should also say this is one of two named power gloves.
Oh, there's two named Power Gloves. That's neat.
Is it Power Fist? I can't remember the name.
The Power Fist is called a Power Fist. The Power Glove was made from in like Nintendo in the early '90s, and it sucked because I got one for Christmas, and it was horrible, and my mother returned it.
The best part about the existence of that thing was that Freddy Krueger used it to kill someone.
Did he really?
Oh yeah,
I remember that shitty The Wizard movie.
yeah. He used
I-
it to. He was playing with it and kill. I don't remember which Freddy Krueger movie it was, but it was awesome. It was cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Here, lurky.
I mean, it was 100% product placement, but I don't give a damn.
no one does. Aww. Just having a little nap now. Now that I discover they have cute little tails, I kind of feel sorry for them.
He's sleeping with the crappies.
I
Do they
get
ever
it.
wag the tail?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hmm.
I never snuck up behind one before.
It's too bad they don't have pockets. It'd be fun to put grenades in their pockets.
They just put a grenade in their face. Why? I never quite got that. Why is there a boat in here?
Because it's flooded and someone was obviously very prepared.
One of these days, this subway's gonna flood. I'll be ready. You all laugh.
His name was Noah, and he was crazy.